Good afternoon. Welcome to another Zelda 1. Welcome to another Zelda 1 random percent. Sorry, I had to adjust my audio. Zelda 1 randomizer random percent tournament race. This is game 2 in a best of 3 between CaptainGreen7 and FurySK. Fury won the first game. Captain Green got to change a loser's remorse flag. His flag is we'll talk about that in a second. First, I should say I'm John Taven. Joining me on comms is Sausage Link. Hello, Sausage.
Hi, John. How are you tonight?
I am well. I was just so eager to get into it because the flag that Captain Green set was whistle to unbeaten dungeons is guaranteed on. So if they find the recorder, we don't know if the recorder will go to new dungeons or vanilla dungeons, but if it goes to new dungeons and they find the recorder early, they can go to all the Triforce pieces they need. So could get interesting.
That's right. It's always weird when you choose to turn a flag all the way on, but it only might be 50% of what.
Yeah, I mean the recorder flags in this tournament have the remorse flag random effect is whistle to unbeaten dungeons is turned on.
All right, and we're getting ready to take off here, and we'll see what Triforces and items they have.
All right, we are starting at. All right, we're starting with level 2 and 2, 5, and 3, or 2, 4, and 3 if small dungeons are second quest.
That's right. 2 and 3 are guaranteed, just because having both of them. But second quest, that would be level 5, and first quest it would be level 4. So we'll have to see what they have.
They started with the red candle and the bow. And the wood sword is not in its vanilla cave, which we see in about half these races because that's one of the 50-50 flags. No extra candles on. Captain Green finding a heart container take any. There's no blue candle on that flag. That means there won't be a blue candle in the wood sword cave either. They will, but of course they started with the red candle, so it doesn't matter.
Yep, and having the red candle at start 2, there is a possibility that the wood sword is going to be in a burn location.
These enemies are going down pretty easily. I don't know if it's just the ones they found so far, but 0 HP enemies is a possibility.
Yeah, we know there's at least not vanilla for that. Watching the blue goblins going down in one hit. And we have the any roads outside of the power bracelet push blocks, and Fury finding the wood sword over by the start area Armos.
Looks like Fury found a. Was that a? He died right after opening an Armos. Did he get an item there?
I think it was a staircase.
If Fury has an item we can't account for, we can assume it was the Armos item, but I'm not sure about that.
And with that starting location in 8 and where he was able to go, I almost want to say we have shapes 7 through 9. Didn't look like he was far east enough for that level 8 start.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at it. Captain Green sees level 4. Now it's a gold level 4, so if dungeon palettes are unshuffled, that looks like first quest level 4. can't quite clock it just yet, but...
Actually, I want to say he started down below where that could have been first quest. Yeah, so this is either shapes or second quest for.
I'm getting a shapes vibe just because with shapes, if the flags roll unshuffled palettes but shapes, they use the first quest palettes, and second quest level 4 has is green. So got a boomstick seed. There's a book for sale in a shop. There are several things the book can do. One of them is turn the wand fire into wand explosions, and if that boomstick flag is on, that means the book will be in a shop, which it is. The other things the book can do are translate old men and seeds when, or if they're all saying the same thing until you get it, and Atlas, which if we are dealing with shapes dungeons, can be a big deal because it means you have the map as soon as you walk in.
Another big deal for both these runners is that they have permanent sword beams in this seed. That is always a welcome sight in combat.
Okay, so Fury did not get an Armos item. He just died before he saw the staircase, and he returns to that. And there is in fact a level under the staircase. It's level 6, which is a Triforce they definitely need. So he's gonna look around in here.
Ooh, and we have beefy keys. So far, this level 6 is looking like second quest, so these runners likely have levels 1 through 6 as second.
Yeah, and this is not a vanilla dungeon palette at all, so can't infer anything from what color dungeons are from now on. But yeah, it's looking like second quest 6 based on the enemy set and the shape of it. So CaptainGreen7.
And having second quest 1 through 6 is going to be bad news for our runners if they can't find the magic key, because there are very few keys in those.
That's a good point. If it is second quest 1 through 6, then they have the level 4 Triforce, not the level 5. I have a good sense of the overworld quest yet. I know I've seen second quest spots that didn't open. I'm not sure I've seen any first quest spots that didn't.
I'm thinking we have a mixed quest, because I want to say the vanilla first quest 3 location was the first quest.
Right, well, it could be straight first quest. Did you notice what color the level 3 was? I didn't even know that was a thing until very recently, but apparently in Mixed Quest Overworlds, level 3 is green instead of brown.
Oh, that's something I didn't know. I did not notice.
Yeah.
And with Fury going through, it's looking like we do have confirmation of second quest 1 through 6.
I also have a hint that says Gleeok returns with the red ring, so that means we have either helpful or deceptive hints on, because with community or mixed, or well, it could be mixed too, but with community hints, community hints are jokes, so it's not straight community. But if the red ring is an 8, if that hint is true, then that means that silvers aren't necessarily a 9.
That's right, and that actually might make level 8 worth the dig,
Yeah.
even if it is second quest, just so they have that knowledge of whether or not Red Ring and Silvers are forced to 9.
Fury digging this level 4. Even though they started with the Triforce here, there are 2 basement items, and if Heart Shuffle's in play, which we don't know yet, there could be a third on the floor somewhere. So, it's a... Oh, we're onto a ladder block, though.
Yeah, digging this level 4, it's an interesting move at this point in the game. It could really benefit him, but a long dig could also hurt if he doesn't find anything
risky, but
important.
it's a high return play. But on the other hand, you could spend a lot of time on this level and find nothing. So we'll see how it plays out for him.
And this is a nasty room Fury's going through in here. Got Coper in chat saying 100% an item in here. I feel the same way on.
My brother has a white sword along the coast. That says white sword is white sword item. We will, since Captain Green is on the east side of Hyrule, he may check the coast soon. Oh, and he found a raft under the Armos. So all the more reason to look at the coast, since that's the nearest raft spot.
And by having that raft under the Armos, it means the overworld items are definitely going to be shuffled in.
What did Fury just get out of that basement?
I did not see either.
A heart. Okay. It was a heart container. Which means if Captain Green sees a heart on the coast, which is often the case if there's if white sword items white sword, we may have a chance of heart shuffle. Now, if that coast heart is shuffled, the heart in the basement could have been the coast heart, so we don't know 100% yet, but it's suggestive. White sword is in fact in the cave on the coast, giving Captain Green a offense upgrade, and we do see a heart on the coast. So we've seen a heart on the coast and a heart in the basement. Heart shuffle is on. There could be items on the floor in levels that normally don't have them. Now we do see a Triforce in a Triforce room, which may mean that all of those items that are swapped with dungeon hearts are going to be in boss rooms, or that particular Triforce could be a coincidence. We'll see as we go along.
And it looks like we're also leaning towards helpful hints. So if that is the case, we're definitely looking at the Red Ring and Silvers not being forced to 9.
Yeah, I mean, with deceptive hints, 50% of the hints are true, and without spoiling anything, check out the Shaddy TA909 race if you haven't. It has quite a plot twist.
Yeah, that's true.
Coma creeps with the boomerang. Yeah.
And... Go ahead.
Yeah, Random Effects saying in chat that Captain Green was thinking about buying those arrows. It's a tough call because he has the white sword, so the offense upgrade to being able to fire his bow isn't much on its own, although it does get you past Gomas and makes Polzoi's a whole lot faster. But also there's still a boomstick out there. If it's second quest, a bait is more likely to be in play. So, but definitely something to consider. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's something he'll keep in the back of his mind. We've already seen Pole's voice in one dungeon, and there were quite a few of them, so if we start seeing him in several dungeons, we'll probably see that arrow purchased.
Fury gambling and winning. And Fury opts to go ahead and grab those wood arrows now. And it's now down to only 3 arrows to shoot because he also grabbed a bomb pack.
I'm sure that's something he definitely said he was going to buy.
Gloriak lurks with the magic shield, and Gliak returns with the bow. So that's his magic shield, and Gliak returns with the silver arrows. We've seen
3 for.
We've seen a lot of hints telling
now.
We've seen a lot of hints telling us to go to level 8, haven't we? Yeah, and we know Heart Shuffle's on, so it is possible for there to be 3 items in 8. So if it is true that the red ring, the bow, and the silvers are all in 8, of course they started with the bow, so it's not. If they hadn't started with the bow and that item shuffle happened, it would be like.
Yeah, if these are helpful hints, that is going to be the most stacked level 8 ever.
Yeah. And if these are deceptive hints, then all bets are off. Captain Green finding level 2, he already has that Triforce. It's a small dungeon, but he's not going to give it much time. Yeah, we don't know if we're blocked. Have they seen 8? I missed that.
Yes, it's at the vanilla start screen.
Oh, okay. All right, that's definitely a mixed quest overworld because that first quest heart container on the beach didn't open, but I'm pretty sure the first quest, the only 30 secret did. So gotta check everything.
We have CG finding level 9 on the south coast, but I did not see the entry point, so I don't know if we have the shapes for 7 through 9 or second quest yet.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either. Maybe anyone in chat had a fast enough buy for that. But Fury's starting above the meat block in level 3, so he can get down below it, but gets a heart container off the floor. Does not take Jacober's suggestion in chat to attempt a Kananaki there, but instead just dips out with the heart container.
Ooh, nicely timed clock for CG7 on that room. That is a nasty Wizroper.
Yeah, and despite the squishy enemies on the overworld at the beginning, this is definitely not 0 HP enemies, because those Wizrobes were taking more than one white sword hit.
And with Fury opening up that burn bush for level 2, that shows we do have a mixed quest over.
Yeah. So Captain Green in 5. It's a second quest 5Z.
And looks like he's gonna go around and possibly try to hit that shoot room from the south, but decides to up A instead because of the key.
So Fury in 2, this will be the A-shaped level second quest 2. There will be an item in the basement and maybe some keys. He has the Triforce, but could get something out of here that's pretty useful.
And we potentially have the item room here, so once he's done with these guys, we'll see if it is.
So Captain Green, immediately gets killed by the Patra in 8. I think that's why it will turn away. Fury finding the power bracelet in the basement of level 2. That's interesting. This being a mixed quest overworld, there are quite a few potential power bracelet spots. We've already seen that the any roads are shuffled, so those 4 spots could be other things.
That's right, and we have the potential of a few other spots being something under the power bracelet with mixed quest too.
Fury back into 2. Now we do have Heart Shovel, so there could be another item here, but I think mostly you're looking for keys at this point, because...
See if CG7 can take down this Gliok with half a heart. That's always a tough thing to do. Oh, Andy was trying for the Kanana key at the same time. That's really...
Yeah, Kanana key off of Gliok is... Especially a Gliok that isn't 0 HP at least is quite a play, so see if he pulls that off.
If he would have pulled that off at half a heart, I would have told somebody to make sure and clip that.
Yeah, still a good play.
Yeah, that's impressive, and heading back in to keep that door unlocked and get that heart container.
Yeah, that heart container on the desert floor in level 3 is interesting. I don't think that's a vanilla drop room, is it? Because the random effect saying it is. I thought the
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, the 3 Dodongos. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that is the heart container room. It's the 3 Dodongos. The second quest level 3 is weird because the heart container and the Triforce are not right next to each other like they are in every other level of the vanilla game. So kind of crossed wires there.
Yeah, I always try to remember that
Yeah.
one because the drop in vanilla first quest 2 being
And that
in the
is-
desert room.
And this is also the vanilla compass. This is also the vanilla compass room for level 3. So yeah, it's looking like unshoveled item drops, which can narrow down where they have to dig.
And CG deciding to take the staircase instead of getting over into those last couple rooms and burn a key. And
Now
he's
that's
rewarded with the key for doing it.
Now that room is interesting. It's 2 blocks, and the key was off in the corner. The other side of that staircase in Second Quest Level 3 is a corridor with a key in the staircase corridor. So that probably means we have remove most open staircases in play. In other words, that corridor was replaced by the double block room, and the key was still there. And Captain Green finding the recorder on the floor in level 3. Now, this is his loser's remorse flag. It's going to go to unbeaten dungeons, so he's going to find level 1 pretty quick.
And we're going to see if it's vanilla
it doesn't just
or...
go to vanilla level 1. It's going to new dungeons.
Oh, and it is.
All right, level 1 is power bracelet blocked. Captain Green has not found the power bracelet out of 2, but Fury has. Here we go.
This could be a huge move for CG7 too, with Fury still not finding that.
Yeah. So Captain Green knows that power bracelet is required. And we might have Dig Dogger blocks along the way here too, because Fury's been turned away by some Dig Doggers.
And for Captain Green, right now I think he's going to be focusing on the new dungeons, and he's going to have to redig level 2 to be able to get that power bracelet. So this should be interesting to see how it works out for him.
Yeah, it might take him a while to get it. Fury finding level 1, so... So yeah, this is a really close race. I mean, Captain Green can find... I guess he's seen 5 and 6 and 8. I think he can find 7 whenever he wants to.
Ooh, Andy found the wand in level 5, so I believe he's the one with the knowledge of the boomstick. So this could be big for him.
Yeah, he's about 60 rupees off from it, but. See how the money.
And we have a ladder block, so we'll see if there's any form of workaround. Fury did not go across the bottom of the level, so we'll see if there's a staircase that can bypass.
Yeah, there is a staircase in Second Quest Level 1, and he just found he found the heart container in the boomerang room, I believe. So the Aquamentus room is yet the floor drop is the other one we haven't seen.
Oh, and CG7 finding the Triforce in 5, just beyond where Fury decided not to go into because he only had 1 key. So this could also be a big move on CG7's side.
Yeah, we definitely have remove most open stairs on because, and I'm not seeing the diamond that's normally in Second Quest Level 1. I mean, even if Recorder isn't required, it's going to speed things up for Captain Green pretty soon, so... Right, this Patra has a floor drop. It's in the Aquamentus room, so we'll see if it's a heart container.
Oh,
Captain Green finds the
CG
ladder.
Finds the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level 5 dig for CG7 is turning out very fruitful, and he's only 2 rooms away from the Triforce. And it's, again, just beyond where Fury decided to nope out at level 5. So this could be an interesting play to see how long it takes Fury to get back.
Patra just drops the red candle, which they started with, so not very useful to them. Fury throwing some fire at it. Not happy to see that. Yeah, Alan's making a good point in chat. How long is it going to take Fury to check to get back to level 2? It could be a while, because the ladder is going to let him explore. Between having ladder and recorder, he's going to be able to explore inside dungeons as far as he wants to, and going back to level 2, it just isn't going to be a priority until he's like down to that's where the power bracelet has to be. Probably. I mean, I could be wrong. He's a lot better than I am, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think he's gonna dig 6, 7, and 8 first, and then after that, he's gonna have to probably go back to looking in the dungeons he already has Triforce for. So this could slow him down quite a bit, but if he's able to clear these dungeons pretty quickly and find the items like he did in 5, it could work out to his benefit. And looking at this 7 and 8 and with chat, it's looking more and more likely, almost for certain, that we've got second quest 7, 8, and 9 also.
Yeah.
Fury forced to take the bubbles in that room, so looked like he changed direction when he first got hit, but not for sure on that.
Yeah,
yep, we definitely have inverted controls there.
Yeah, did Fury just block clip with inverted controls? It's pretty cool.
That's just showing off right there.
Yep, definitely second quest 8. So we have full second quest dungeons.
Yep, and that right there is definitely bad news for level 7 and 8, especially if it's helpful hints. And it's also good news for level 9.
So Fury's seeing the bow in 8. They started with the bow, so it doesn't help them. Although I don't remember who bought the hint that said the bow was in 8, but that does confirm the hint was true.
That's right, and I think it was CG7 that bought it, so
okay.
It could be.
So it's info for us, not necessarily. So Captain Green grabbing the heart container out of the heart container boss room in level 7. Only thing left here is basement item and Triforce, but there's still a lot of level to go.
Who in Fury is ladder block from that compass.
Yeah.
It can definitely make the grind in level 8 much longer.
Although the Triforce is right here, so
never mind. I knew I shouldn't have said anything.
But if he needs to get to the other side of that ladder block, he'll need to come back with the ladder, and there are a lot of staircases he's going to be able to look through before he does that, so it could still be a time sink.
Yeah, and a lot of that too depends on how well he tracks the dungeons, if he tracks at all.
Yeah. I mean,
I know
Fury has like a superhuman memory, so for like rooms he's just seen. So yeah.
And took the Triforce and deciding not to finish the level out. Not having the knowledge, that's usually a pretty smart.
Captain Green opting to give up a heart container to the mugger in level 7. That's interesting. He's saving his money.
Yeah, I think he's definitely wanting that boomstick, and I don't blame him. Especially with how many Dark Nuts have been in this sea.
There's the compass in 7, so he knows where the Triforce is now. And he's down to the last staircase. It's a heart container. He's not stopping to replace the heart container he gave to the mugger. He's booking it for the Triforce.
He seems pretty confident on having his 7 hearts and being able to.
Oh, and there's another mugger.
Oh man,
it's fine.
Or 6.
It's fine. Oh, and here's a recorder block. So.
Alright, and CG getting that Triforce and tying it back up. They both have 5 Triforces, just found different levels.
Yeah. So, Fury now seeing this hint that we saw on Captain Green's side earlier, now he has to make a choice. Does he go back to 8 for the silvers? Probably not until he sees that the GAN is required. But he knows that the bow hint's true.
Yeah, that could be a 50-50 one there.
Question in chat: do we know that hints are helpful and not deceptive? We do not. We know that they're not community because some of them are phrased as helpful hints. We don't know for sure whether they're helpful or deceptive. And if the deceptive hint flag rolls on, 50% of them will be true. If the helpful hint flag rolls on, obviously all of them will be true. And we do not know yet, but everything we've seen so far has panned out.
That's right. Right now we're at, I believe, 3 helpful, and we don't know about the rest.
Yeah. We also know they're not mixed because we've seen them buy 3 hints and none of them be jokes. So we don't think community or they're not community or mixed. We don't think they're either helpful or deceptive.
And Fury doing a good job taking out these Dark Nuts, even with the inverted controls. That's a pretty tough thing to do.
Yeah. Oh, Jacob, we're making a good point when Fury hits this dig dogger. If there isn't a way around it that we didn't see on Captain Green's side, it's going to be pretty frustrating for Fury.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we saw the room just to the west of the Triforce. I almost want to say it was a vertical chute, but it could be. Or no, that vertical chute that I saw was in level 5, so don't think we ended up seeing the room to the west.
Yeah, we'll see if Fury finds a different way. So Captain Green, meanwhile, in level 8, finding the bow, which Fury's already seen. So we'll see if he stays here long enough to confirm whether the red ring and silvers are here, as the hints say.
I almost feel he's gonna stay in there to at least confirm silvers.
Yeah, he sees the Triforce and doesn't immediately grab it, so seems like you're right.
Ooh, we have a Superman Hanla.
Oh, he just got to 201 rupees, so he may be thinking, I'm going to grab the Triforce and go get my boomstick.
Yeah, it's hard to blame him there. I think I would do the same thing.
But now he's whistling to 6, so maybe he's going to do this instead. Just not sink time into 8 if he doesn't have to. Which I know it's a sound decision. Oh, that's a good point. He knows he needs the power bracelet, and if the hints are true, the recorder and silvers are not going to get him into level 1. So maybe he's going to prioritize collecting all the Triforces before he worries about whether Ganon's required. Because you can sink so much time into level 8 if you decide to full clear it.
Yeah, I think level 8 and second quest can take longer than 9 to full clear.
For sure. Now, unlike Captain Green, Fury is picking up some of these heart containers. He could be making a play for Magical Sword.
And Fury getting the bad news of that dig dogger, so he's going to try to find a way around him.
Got a dig dogger block on this here in 6. Let's see, is this the item?
Okay, we do have a workaround, and Fury going to be able to get that Triforce.
So that's not the item, but I didn't see if there was another way into the... Oh, there probably is, yeah. Just based on the shape.
Kind of a surprising decision for Fury there to use a key instead of trying to bomb out of that dig dogger room to get her.
See the wooden boomerang in level 6. Not what Captain Green was hoping for, in as much as it will not open level 1. Oh, and here's the boss room. So let's see what drops on the floor. Oh no, that's the mini boss room. That's the Gliok room in level 6 that drops a 5 rupee. It's the Goma room with the turrets that is the actual boss room. And it looks like Captain Green's going to go ahead and look for that room.
Two ugly rooms to have Wizrobes in, too.
Fury in that Goma room I just mentioned with the turrets, he finds that is a heart container. So we've seen all of level 6, but neither of the runners have. But they're both there.
Well, CG7 about to find that out now. I think this is the manhandler here.
Yeah. Or it's yeah, the manhandler is in the 4 turret room is the room that Goma in Second Quest level 6 vanilla is. So the manhandler was the in that boss room. Yeah, Random Effect asking, is it true that, as our tracker says, Fury doesn't have the armor item yet? I think, unless I missed it, I don't think he ever got over there. It's the east side, like the 30 secret Armos in the forest. So I'm not sure he's been there. Unless if he did, we all missed it. So
yeah, I didn't see either. I don't think he's cleared out the forest in the level 2 area yet. So.
Oh no, I just saw the raft in his menu, so we must have just missed it.
Okay.
I don't think the raft has proven useful in this seed, but
no, we definitely know there are no levels there, so yeah, unless they need a potion shop or secret, then yeah, I don't think it'll be used.
All right, now Captain Green is in the right place to find the power bracelet, which will open level 1, as he already knows. So so the question is, can Fury get 6 and 5 done? And does Fury need the ladder to do either of those?
Yeah, Fury cleared a decent amount of level 5, so I think he'll be heading in the right direction when he does revisit that. And CG7 finding that power bracelet and making a quick beeline right to level 1.
Yeah. Let's see if Captain Green even bothers with the yeah, he's about to get jebaited by this patcher with the red candle.
Got another thing working in Captain Green's favor, having 5 keys. Having a second quest level 9, you're usually pretty comfortable with that many keys going in.
Yeah, for sure. So Fury grabs the Triforce out of 6. Yeah, that's gonna...
And if Fury can clear this level 5 quickly, it's, I believe, right next to level 9, so we've definitely got a good race going right now.
Yeah, you have to give Captain Green a slight lead, just because he's about to go to 9. But if Ganon's required, who knows? Oh, and Fury gets the magical sword. It's 11 hearts today.
Yeah, that'll definitely work to Fury's advantage for the last part of this race.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if Ganon is required and Captain Green has to go back to 8 to find the silver arrows, it could this race is nowhere close to over. Now he's going straight up. That's kind of Going straight up in second quest level 9 is kind of a strat you do if you're hoping for Zelda to be open, because if Ganon and Zelda are in their own rooms, you have to enter from the south. Certainly what Captain Green wants to see. He wants to walk into a room, see Zelda, and done.
And one thing we have not seen on either side is Ganon's room or Zelda's room, so there's pretty good chance that they will be in their room.
Interesting. Fury is back in level 3. He's going to get the recorder if he digs out the rest of this, which will take him right back to 5, but he's going to wish he had a lot on earlier. And yeah, he may be here for keys as well.
Yeah, he may even be hoping the ending key's in here.
Well, he doesn't know he's probably hoping the ladder's in here because he didn't keep digging 5 long enough to see it.
That's right.
Oh, Fury. Oh, they started with the level 3 teleports. That's right. So yeah.
Seeing Captain Green here in the turnstile room there a couple rooms back, definitely did what I do if you're reverse block clipping from the left. It seems to just really throw you for a loop, and you got to think about what you have to do when you.
Chat saying we might have heard a roar. He's been in some boss rooms, so I don't know if we heard Ganon's roar. And I don't have audio, so. Nice room clear for Captain Green. And it tells him that Zelda is behind a shutter that is not opening. The silvers are required. So
that means we get to dig 8 again.
Yep. Now, there's still a small possibility that hints are deceptive and the silvers aren't here, but from what we've seen so far, digging 8 is the play. And that means that there's a good chance for Fury to catch up.
And Fury's definitely heading in the right direction here in 5. See if he takes his Triforce, which he does. He's skipping out on the ladder, which was just a couple rooms.
Yeah, yeah, as far as we've seen, I don't think there are any absolutely required ladder blocks, but of course we haven't seen where the silvers are, and we haven't seen seen all of 9, so.
Yeah, we did have that one ladder block closing off the.
We know you couldn't get the compass.
The inner part of the spiral, so.
And you couldn't get the compass in 8 without the ladder, which might slow you down. But Fury going into 9, it shouldn't take him too long to figure out that Zelda's required. But if it is deceptive hints and he finds the silvers, then all of a sudden he's in the lead. So the random percent, flags are really telling the tale now.
Yeah, it's never too late for a plot twist in these seasons.
East awaits in the southwest.
And we have Fury currently heading in the wrong direction in 9 to find the princess and get the bad news that Ganon is required. So this is actually losing him some time right now.
Yeah. Jacob was saying in chat he'd buy the book if he were Captain Green. Just as he said that in chat, Captain Green deciding that a bomb upgrade in the hand is worth more than a book in the shop. So,
yeah, at this point, with the amount of knowledge he has, he's probably feeling the boomstick's not worth the trek to go get.
Also, we're coming up on we're at the 55-minute mark in a race between CaptainGreen7 and FurySK. You got to be thinking we're in the end game. The other guy might be.
Yeah, I'm sure at this point they both feel behind, so it's pretty tight though.
So a detour to the shop might be more than you want to put time in.
Ooh, Fury getting that clock all the way on the other side, able to get it with his arrow. So that arrow ended up being a good purchase because now he's finding out Ganon's required.
All right, so and Fury didn't see any basement items in 9 unless I missed it, which means that he is under the same assumption that Captain Green is, that he's going to have to pull silvers out of level 8, I believe.
Yeah, I think he only took one transport staircase in 9 and didn't see either item.
So Captain Green has a bit of a lead on clearing out this 8, but that's the red ring, looking like helpful hints. So
yeah, he's definitely going to be taking out those silvers now.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We've seen a bow in the basement, and red ring in the basement. That means the silvers are the floor item somewhere.
Yeah, and it'll be bad news for Captain Green if the silvers are Goma blocked as the floor drop, seeing as he did not buy it.
Yeah, and so level 8, second quest level 8 floor drop. We're looking for it's 3 Dodongos. I'm trying to remember what room they're in. Fireball turrets, I think.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah, 4 turrets. So saw the meat block. I don't think either of them have bothered to buy meat, so if that's the path, that could slow them both down.
Now, CG7's going to be able to hit up this central portion of the spiral due to having the ladders, so this could also hurt Fury in level 8 if those silvers are beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a workaround though with going down and using a key, which Fury definitely does have.
It's a Goma in the 4 fireball turrets.
Oh, now I feel bad for cursing that one.
Yeah, that Captain Green needs to go find some blood arrows, and he knows exactly where they are.
Right at the. Wow, this may have just turned into Fury's favor a little bit, because Fury, I don't believe, is too far away from getting to the staircase to get him in that area.
And Fury already has wood arrows, so if he gets to that room, he could he could beat Captain Green to the silvers now.
And another thing working in Fury's favor at this moment is the fact that he got the hint of Ganon being in the southwest of the Skull in 9, so he knows where to look for that.
Mm.
To answer Ace53222's question in chat, he did not need a ladder. There was a workaround with a key door. Looks like CG7 remembers his way back over there, so should be able to get to that room pretty quickly.
The ladder speeds things up a little bit, although I think Fury's just going to have to go like one room out of the way to get to exactly the same place. It's just a matter of who gets there first. And Captain Green's seen the room, so he knows exactly where the Goma he's looking to.
Yeah, and he's only a few rooms away from it right now, so it's looking like he'll be there for.
And it's the silvers under a Goma.
Alright, we are now in go mode for CG7, making a quick trek back to 9 and seeing if he can find the pig.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, Fury's gonna get there eventually, but it's just... You really need to get lucky to do a high-speed level 8, so Fury getting his red ring. He's seen the bow, so he knows now that the floor item is what he's looking for.
Looks like CG7's heading in the right direction into the southwest, and shouldn't be too far away from Ganon because southwest is fairly small in second quest now.
Hmm. Killing this dig dogger and ducking back in probably just...
I think he heard the roar.
Well, you hear a roar from dig dogger, so you need to... I mean, I guess people say there's a slight audio difference if the Ganon is next to a boss, but
yeah, it's just a little glitch in the first part of the roar. So if you hear it, you definitely try to check out the rooms right next. And looks like he might not have heard the roar. Might have thought he did with that dig dogger, but then head back up into the north.
That's what he was doing, was killing that dig dogger just to make sure it wasn't masking Ganon's roar.
And Fury is just a room or two away from that silvers, and
yeah,
he's in the room right now.
Momentarily.
And we have a race again.
Oh, we've had a race.
Yeah, not to say it was ever a runaway by any stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you'd still rather be Captain Green in this situation, but
Yeah, and Fury does have the knowledge of checking out the entire Southwest, which Captain Green does not. So we'll see if that plays a factor in this.
Yeah. Fury also has a magical sword, which will speed him up a little bit. Grabbing that lucky fairy to give him a little bit of defense inside. So,
and looks like CG7 must have found that hint of Ganon being in the Southwest. He's gonna finish clearing out that area.
now random effects thing, he's eliminated all the other areas, so he knows it's got to be somewhere around here.
Looks like he's trying to let her clip through a bracket room.
Got a roar. It sounds like.
All right, and CaptainGreen7 has found Ganon. It looks like Fury is not far behind. Nice stun lock on CG7's side, and we have Bacon. And Fury is just one room away from that.
Yeah, and with magical sword, this should be no problem at all for Fury. Yeah, he made up quite a bit of ground. I mean, having the wood arrows. So now it's a race to Zelda, which Captain Green has won. Get your GGs in chat for CaptainGreen7, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 106.33.
Oh, match like that, it does not get much closer.
Fury knows exactly where he's going. He's headed to the right direction. He's got Zelda. Get your GGs in chat. For FurySK, finishing in second place with an official SRL time of 107.10. So just less than a minute separating them.
Yep, 37 seconds. He'd not get much closer.
Finishing in second place with an official SRL time of 107.10.
And we are joined in chat with our winner, CaptainGreen7. GG.
Thank you.
So how are you feeling when you saw that Goma in 8?
I thought for sure I had lost it at that point, because I know how good Fury is. It does not surprise me how close that was. So I thought like something as simple as that could be the difference between winning and losing for sure.
I mean, it came very close because he bought arrows early, but you were into 8 before him, so he made up quite a bit of ground. He just
yeah, not buying those arrows was definitely a mistake on my part. I meant to at some point because I was walking around with like 200 rupees for like half that seed and then just never bought anything.
So you picked Record Unbeaten as your remorse flag. I guess you're feeling pretty good about that choice. It seemed to work out.
It only found me level 1, but that was a pretty important find because it did let me know to dig things for the power bracelet.
Yeah.
And it was definitely nice getting that recorder early.
Yeah, Fury had the power bracelet by the time you had the recorder, so
oh well.
so that was an interesting twist. It's like, how long is it going to take you to get back to 2, and how long is it going to take Fury to get, to make up ground? So yeah, really exciting one. And we are joined in now by FurySK. GG, sir.
Thank you.
So what would you say was the because Captain Green found that Goma in 8 without having bought arrows, and you had, so that he was ahead a lot, but you made up quite a bit of ground because of that. At what point did you made a comment in the IRC something about wrong turn cost you a race? Where was the wrong turn you were talking about?
I kept going down the wrong staircase in 6 over and over again, and despite the fact that I remarked it twice just to make sure I didn't do it, I kept going down into that little left-hand piece with the keys when I clearly didn't need it and or didn't try and bomb down in it. Just kind of wrong turning that spot specifically was enough to definitely make a 40 some odd second difference there.
Yeah, sure. So, what you by the time did the recorder make a difference for you? Because by the time you found it, I think you had level 1, right?
I had every dungeon without checking like the entire north of the map outside of like the right corner.
And I think there were some dig doggers you had to like go around, but I don't think it made a huge difference. But it made it. But Captain Green found one by whistling to it, but he didn't have the power bracelet at that point, and you did. So it was pretty interesting race, very entertaining.
Yeah, I think my route was. I think I went into 2 and marked a dig dogger block. I went into 5 and marked both items as blocked by dig doggers, but I wasn't sure if I could get to the Triforce. I had a key block for that, as far as I was aware. And so I kind of went into dungeons that I didn't need, just kind of hoping that there was something in there early. And that definitely probably helped me a little bit too, as far as getting to 1.
Yeah, you also finished the seed ladderless. Captain Green pulled the ladder out of level 5. You see one runner has the ladder and one runner doesn't. Now he won, obviously, but you expect it to make a little bit bigger difference than it did.
Yeah, there really was not any major ladder like constraints in the seed. Everything that I walked into that was a ladder block was pushed off into a corner, with the exception of maybe like 2 or 3 rooms total. So I was pretty happy to see that I didn't need it to finish, but I was kind of sad when I up in Ganon's room and saw the dot done, because I knew that there were a lot of small mistakes I made throughout the seed that gave him the time he needed to take advantage of it and beat me. And you cannot make small mistakes against some of the top players in the game, and that's what I did.
So we have a race coming up on Speed Gaming 2 at 6 o'clock between Alsoa and Zos. Several more races tonight, and then a lot of races tomorrow. So I don't know if anyone wants to throw the schedule link in chat, but so let's look at the bracket for a second. I should have done this earlier, but where is it? So,
yeah, unfortunately, I don't have it pulled up here.
So Captain Green is going to get the winner of Ice Blue and Adachinos.
It's tied 1-1 at this point. We're going to game 3.
He will eventually probably get it, but
that's right. Fury won game 1. So I'm way ahead. I'm sorry, I'm way ahead. Yeah. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, Fury won game 1, so it's 1. So you're tied up. Yeah.
It's hard to remember amongst all of Dave's and HN's shenanigans in game 1, but we got a bit lucky in that seed for sure with the bait.
Yeah. So rubber match coming up. I don't know if you guys have scheduled that yet, but
not tomorrow, and then after that, I don't know yet.
yeah. We have an insane number of races tomorrow. So
yeah, you should make it tomorrow. That way, we have a Sweet 16.
Maybe not. But anything else you want to add?
Just thankful that we got a couple of commentators and a restreamer on this. Thanks as always for your hard work and getting these matches filled out.
Well, thank you for your hard work.